Yo, what it do, YouTube? It is your boy GSC Diamond. Welcome back to another episode of Colts Talk. Yo, what it do, YouTube? It is your boy GSC Diamond. We're back here with another episode of Colts Talk. This week we are going against the Houston Texans. Now, this could be a so-so game. This could be a blowout, or this can be a shocker. I say shocker because we are terrible at this point. The Colts as a team right now, with all the trade rumors and everything going on during the deadline, before that ended. T.Y. Hilton walking out of the interview when they asked about his future in Indinapolis. Deshaun Watson's injury, J.J. Watt and Merciless is still out. It's a lot going on in Houston, and Indinapolis isn't looking so well either. We lost our last game against Seattle, of course. The Texans lost their last game against Seattle. We lost our last game as well. We got blew out by Jacksonville. This is a crazy outcome so far. So whoever wins can definitely get the heads up so far. It's definitely a close tie. It's a tie, and it's a close win in the AFC South Division. Who can win it? With Deshaun Watson going down for the rest of the season, it's going to look kind of weird for Houston to try to win this division. Anything's possible, don't get me wrong. I can believe they can still do it, but it'll be a tougher road than having that go-to guy at that quarterback that's been doing a heck of a job in the regular season so far before his tragic injury during practice. But the recent history, we have been winning. We are leading this series against the Houston Texans. The series is 23-7. Our last time we played, we did win 22-17. That was on the road. That was in Indinapolis, excuse me. We did win that game 22-17. Out of the last 10 times, we went 6-4. So it's a pretty good outcome. I can definitely see us winning this game. The world has us losing. Our ranking so far in points is 25th with 17.8. Passing yards is 28th, 296.2. Total yards was 296.2. Passing yards is 27th and 196.8. And then our rushing yards is 20th with 99.5, which isn't good at all. Our defensive rank is 30.8 in points, is 32nd, which is the worst. Yards total is the 31st, which is the second to worst, 406.8 yards. Passing yards is 31st with 290.4, and rushing yards is 19th, 116.4. Those are definitely coming from all of second half games. We just can't end it off in the second half. I don't know what it is, but we definitely do a pretty decent job in the first half. And then when it gets to the third and going down into the fourth, we just crumble and just look like a team that's lost out there. I don't know how that's possible. I hope we can get it fixed before week 11, I guess. This AFC South is still wide open. So I have nothing but faith in my team to pull us out, and we can win this game, and we can still have a chance of winning this division. Yes. Going on to the Texans, they are 3-4. Their standings on offense is first in points, which is 30.7. Now that might change because of Deshaun Watson's absence. Maybe not. Yards total is 10th, 367.4. Passing yards is 16th, 229.1, and rushing yards is 138.3, which is the third best in the NFL, which is really good for this Houston Texans team that's third in the AFC South right now and have a 3-4 record. It's pretty good, man. Going on to the defense, which is one of the surprising factors. Points is 29th to 26.9. Yards is 18th, 334.6. Passing yards is 238.0, which is 22nd. And rushing yards is 96.6, which is 9th. Their defense is a little shaky without Watt and Merciless, of course, but that shows that we can do this, man. If we put faith in our rushing yards, which is nice, but they can stop. But if we put faith in the run game, get them out of their key, and then throw the ball, we have to find a run game first before anything. We never had a good running game, really. But if we do this game, if we start off with the run, if they let Brissett do his job, all we have to do is protect Brissett this game. That's the main goal. Protect Brissett. We can protect him and let him do his job and hold on to the lead. We can win this game. Mark my words. I'm telling you. Any game's possible in the NFL, man. I've seen so many shockers and everything. You guys would be surprised. You guys seen upsets as well. The Texans outmatch us in everything on comparison-wise. Rushing yards per game, passing yards per game, total yards per game. It's just a big difference. Going on to team leaders, of course, Brissett for us, Deshaun Watson for them, but he's absent. He broke the record for passing touchdowns in the stretch. That's pretty good for him. Lamar Miller is their leading rusher. Watson's behind him. Their leading receiver is DeAndre Hopkins with 606 receiving yards, 45 receptions, and 7 touchdowns. Will Fuller also has 7 touchdowns. I think, to be honest, we should watch Will Fuller more than DeAndre Hopkins. I say this because most receivers that aren't the star go off against us. Of course, like AJ Green or so, you'll get one of them, they go for like 1 touchdown, shockingly. And then the backup receiver will have like freaking 100 receiving yards and 1 touchdown as well. I just find that crazy, but T.Y. Hilton's our leading receiver, 29 receptions, 527 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. Jack Doyle is behind him. Our leading rusher is Frank Gore with 110 carries, 404 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and Brissett, of course, with 5 touchdowns so far. So my final take, I have us winning this game. I don't know how the Texans are currently doing with their whole owner and Watson's ACL tear. This is their first game without him. It's going to be a little shaky. I can see them pulling off a upset victory. Not an upset, but maybe a surprising victory against us, especially after the Astros just won the World Series. You know, that fan base is going to be on it, you know, especially they're going to be rooting for their team with the loss of their star and all the speculations with the inmates saying and everything. The game is on CBS at 1 o'clock. The matchup predictor had Houston winning 90% and us to 9%. So then I'm going to go on with the injury reports. Then I'm going to be out of your hairs. The injury report states Anthony Costanzo, our offensive lineman, is questionable to play. John Simon, Quincy Wilson, Matt Jones, and Vontae Davis is all out this game. Andrew Luck, of course, is out. He's on injury reserve, so that's not even a conversation. Vontae Davis took personal leave, just to let everyone know. He didn't travel with us to get to Houston at all, so it's not injury related. Prayers that goes up to him, whatever he has going on. Prayers goes up to everybody on the injury list, first of all. Going on to Houston Texans. CJ Fergwith, their tight end, is on injury reserve. So is Deshaun Watson. Dylan Cole, their linebacker, is out. Joel Heath and Jonathan Joseph's questionable. But Heath and Cole are both out. So that is all I have. Colts Nation, we need this dub. We need to fix management still. I'm not liking the current state of the Colts. We can still bounce this out. So only 6 losses. It's not 12 or 10. It could be worse. You know, anything's possible at this point. Colts Nation, it's been real. It's your boy GSC Dime signing out. Hashtag Colts Nation in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. See y'all when I see y'all. Peace.